Jinyiwei, the Brocade Union Guards, was established by the first emperor of Ming dynasty, Zhu Yuanzhang. They were not only the bodyguards of the emperor. Their most important role was to be the secret police for the emperor. As we all know, Emperor Hongwu Zhu Yuanzhang overthrew Yuan dynasty and founded the Ming dynasty. Once, Zhu and his ministers discussed about the lessons learned from Mongolians' fall. Zhu said, Yuan lost their reign in China because they are too loose in control. For most part of South China, people had the right to refuse to work for the Yuan government, such as being official for Yuan. However, Zhu Yuanzhang did not allow such thing. After Ming dynasty was founded, lots of nobilities and influential people refused to be the officials of Ming government. In their eyes, Zhu Yuanzhang and his red turbans were nothing different than the yellow turbans. They were both terrorists. Zhu Yuanzhang killed lots of influential people who refused to serve Ming government. The rest of them surrendered to Zhu Yuanzhang's iron fist and became the officials of the new government. But Zhu Yuanzhang did not trust these people. In the fourth commander of Jinyiwei was Weiyong. He had been the commander of Jinyiwei during Emperor Yong's reign. Emperor Eunuch got his throne by rebellion. After he won the civil war and became the emperor, he killed lots of officials who refused to work for him. Emperor Eunuch was suspicious people. He wrote, as the commander of Jinyiwei, Jigang arrested lots of innocent people who were suspected to be the supporters of Jinyiwei what he said. Jigang was a cruel person. He handed over Emperor Eunuch was a cruel boss with the Brocade Union Guards. Emperor Eunuch was quite satisfied with Emperor Hongwu's reign. Jigang became more and more arrogant because of the emperor's favor. By Jinyiwei. Once, Emperor Eunuch ordered secretary or even the cook for him. Their family. When the beauties arrived in Beijing, they would never know Jigang took whatever the most beautiful one and took her to his house. Emperor Hongwu. No one dared to report this to Emperor Hongwu because Jigang was the head of the secret police. After the court meeting, in Ming dynasty, the eunuch him whether the secret police for dinner at your place or the super secret police. Then reported one eunuch found this secret and reported to Emperor Eunuch. Zhu Yuanzhang smiled and showed him a picture drawn by Jinyiwei. To polish Jigang with not only execution, which means death by 1,000 dishes served at the dinner were recorded. Song Nian was shocked, and he felt so lucky they did not say the wrong words at the dinner. Otherwise, they would be sent into jail. The Brocade Union Guard, Jinyiwei, had the right to arrest the officials without investigation or interrogation. Jinyiwei had their special jail, Zhaoyu, which means Edict Jail. Whoever sent into this jail would never survive. Jinyiwei could easily get the testimony they wanted in the Edict Jail. In year 3093, a Jinyiwei commander, Jiang Huan, accused General Nan Yu of plotting a rebellion, and a search was conducted in Nan's residence, and around 10,000 Japanese swords were found. Nan Yu was a brave general who fought with Mongolians on the battlefield. He refused to admit he had plotted the rebellion, but after he was sent into the Edict Jail, he admitted everything Jinyiwei had accused him, and he named his party members according to the name list Jinyiwei offered him. More than 15,000 people were killed, and Nan Yu himself was made into a human skin lantern. The people killed or exiled in Nan Yu case were mostly military officials. The head of Jinyiwei was called 指挥使, commander. The work details of the commanders were seldom recorded. It was very difficult for historians to find what exactly they had done on historical documents, but the commanders of Jinyiwei had participated all the big events throughout Ming Dynasty. The first commander of Jinyiwei was not recorded. He might be Zhu Yuanzhang himself, or might be Zhu's bodyguard Mao Xiang. Mao Xiang followed Zhu Yuanzhang long before Zhu Yuanzhang became the emperor. Mao Xiang was extremely loyal to Emperor Hongwu. His loyalty and worship to Emperor Hongwu made him become a ruthless secret police. Mao Xiang was a friend of the Grand Chancellor Hu Weiyong, but he made some fake evidence about Hu Weiyong's rebellion while being Hu's friend. Hu Weiyong was later accused of attempting to rebel and was thus executed by the Emperor Hongwu. More than 30,000 people were implicated in the case and executed. Hu Weiyong was the Grand Chancellor. After Hu Weiyong case, Zhu Yuanzhang never appointed any Grand Chancellor. He abolished the Grand Chancellor position. Since then, there was no Grand Chancellor in Ming Dynasty. And that was what Zhu Yuanzhang exactly wanted, the concentration of imperial power. Hu Weiyong died in year 1380. 2 years later, Jinyiwei organization was founded. Officials were shocked to find the head of Jinyiwei turned out to be Hu Weiyong's best friend Mao Xiang. The founding of Jinyiwei made the officials realize Emperor Hongwu was not practicing ruling by law as he claimed. After Emperor Hongwu died, they gave him a proper review, ruling by violence. The first commander of Jinyiwei, Mao Xiang, and the second commander of Jinyiwei, Jiang Huan, can't escape the fate of being the scapegoat. They were both killed by Emperor Hongwu to quell public grievances. The third commander of Jinyiwei was Song Zhong. He was loyal to Jianwen Emperor. He died in the battlefield of fighting against Zhu Di, who rebelled against Emperor Jianwen. The fifth commander of Jinyiwei was Sai Ha-zhi, or Sahaj. He was originated from Persia. In Yuan Dynasty, Mongolians migrated lots of Inner Asia people to China, especially to Emperor Hongwu's hometown, Huai River region. Emperor Hongwu's military force mainly relied on the descendants of the Inner Asian people. They took important military positions in earlier Ming Dynasty, such as Jinyiwei. Sai Hazhi's work related to politics was not recorded. Sai Hazhi had organized the construction of several mosques in China. Some historians also found evidence about Muslim warriors served in Jinyiwei organization. Sai Hazhi was the first Jinyiwei commander who lived to his retirement. The next two Jinyiwei commanders after Sai Hazhi all enjoyed their retirement. This was during Emperor Renzong and Xuanzong's reign. This period was viewed as a good and stable period of Ming dynasty. Emperor Renzong loved food. Xuanzong loved playing fighting cricket. Both of them did not have any interest of persecuting officials. After Emperor Xuanzong died, his 8-year-old son Zhu Qizhen became the emperor. During Zhu Qizhen's reign, the first two commanders of Jinyiwei were kicked out by Zhu Qizhen's favorite eunuch Wang Zheng. Wang Zheng appointed his trusted aide Ma Shun to be the commander of Jinyiwei. Having controlled the two secret police agencies, Jinyiwei and East Depot, Wang Zheng became the most powerful man in China. He encouraged the 22-year-old Zhu Qizhen to lead his own armies into battle against Mongolians. However, Ming was defeated, and Zhu Qizhen became the prisoner of Mongolians. When the news arrived in Beijing, the angry ministers beat Ma Shun to death. Ma Shun was the commander of Jinyiwei. In other words, he was the head of the Kung Fu masters. It is unbelievable that he was beaten to death by some civil officials. But Ma Shun was not the most humiliating Jinyiwei commander. One Jinyiwei commander named Lu Gao was killed by a eunuch named Cao Jixiang. Wuxia novelists were inspired by this history, so he created Cao Jixiang as a grand Kung Fu master. He invented the most powerful Kung Fu by castrating himself. Anyone wanted to be the big boss in the martial arts world needed to castrate himself first. Because Emperor Yingzong and his son Emperor Xianzong favored eunuchs, Jinyiwei was not the most powerful organization anymore. They became the subordinate of the East Depot. Some Jinyiwei even called the head of the East Depot Daddy. In 1505, Zhu Houzhao became the emperor. During his reign, the situation had changed. Jinyiwei organization became powerful again. In the next episode, the most powerful Jinyiwei commander will be introduced. Thank you for watching. Bye.